To anyone who goes and gets their nails done at the salon in 2024, do you
Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So, in today's video, guys, we'll be talking about women sharing their waist nail salon horror stories. So, I've put the videos together so that you watch, and I'll be back to share my true sense.
to anyone who goes and gets their nails done at the salon in 2024, do you think it's normal that I went in for an acrylic balance with gel? The last time I went, it was $60 for the entire service. Great, tip 20%. I went in today because I got one extra coat of Funny Bunny, so 2 coats of Funny Bunny, 1 coat of Bubble Bath. The service was $76. And when I said, this is a $60 service, she said, well, I did nail art on you. And I said, what are you talking about? And she was like, the extra coat of polish is an upcharge. This independent nail tech upcharged me nearly $20, $16 for one extra coat of OPI polish. And she didn't tell me that there was an upcharge. So I told her from the moment I sat in the chair, I want 2 coats of Funny Bunny, 1 of Bubble Bath. She could have said at any time, hey, just so you know, this is an extra $16 for this 3rd coat of polish. And I would have said, oh, no one in their right mind would ever do that, so I'll stick with the 2 coats. I was so irate when I left. I've just never heard of anything like that, let alone from an independent person in the beauty industry. Like, I am such a gracious person. I'm an excellent client, truly. Like, I book ahead of time. I book on platforms and websites. I don't text people directly. I am always on time. I tip 20%. To me, those things are the bare minimum, but a lot of clients don't do that. They're very needy and grabby. I'm not. And I couldn't believe that on my 3rd time going to her, she chose to scam me. Like, literally look at me after everything was done when I'm paying her on Venmo and say, that will be $16 extra for that 3rd coat of nail polish. What would you do, honestly? I'm genuinely putting this out there to be like, what would...
All right, story time of how I just started crying in a nail salon. Figured I might as well tell you guys the story while the emotions are running hot. So let's go. I basically had a panic attack. It was so horrible. You know how none of us girlies ever want to tell the nail tech that we don't like our nails or that one of them is messed up? This is why. I'm really bad at telling stories, so I need to figure out how to articulate myself well. So I had an appointment at 2:30, but the weird thing was, within the first 45 minutes of being there, 3 different nail techs were working on my nails. The first one just removed the polish, the next one was cutting them down, the next one was buffing them and filling them. It was so out of control. And the last girl that was working on my nails, she was on the phone and standing and doing my nails, and she was filing so hard because you could tell she was annoyed for some reason. And she was doing it so hard, they started to hurt. And she wasn't really paying attention to how short she was getting them. Her pressure was insane. She was just trying to shape them. And then when she gets off the phone, she's like, are these good? And I'm just like, hey, why are these two so short? There was no nail left. They were all the way to my natural nail. And she gets so mad. I need to make sure I don't start crying. So basically she's like, oh my goodness, it's not my fault. This other girl, she cut them too short. She should have left more length for me, all this kind of stuff. And in my head, I'm like, no, you just weren't paying attention to how short you made them because you were on the phone and you were standing doing it. I was very tempted to start filming. I honestly wish I would have. And then this huge fight breaks out. There's 6 people yelling at each other. I obviously can't understand their language. They're just going nuts. They made me so uncomfortable. She literally was just yelling at everybody. She wasn't yelling at me directly, but everybody, all the nail techs started walking by, giving weird looks. And I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, but I was my eyes started getting really teary-eyed and I started getting really, really hot and getting panicky. I felt like I was going to lose it. I'm going to try not to cry. Oh my goodness. That was so bad. I'm like, they made me feel so shitty just for asking why these 2 were so short. If there was no nail left, it would have looked weird. And not that they said it was my fault, but to put me in that position to feel that uncomfortable and that much screaming and yelling. Everybody in the nail salon was uncomfortable. The girls were there was other girls that were you guys are the ones that messed up. Other people were trying to take my side, but it was just so out of control, guys. And basically I was just you know what, I have somewhere to be. I have to go pick up my dogs. I just made something up because I had to get out of there. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so choked up because I just felt like, whew, I will never, never again tell a nail tech that there's something wrong with my nails. Like, I don't care how bad they look. Like, this is lesson learned. I need to go and like take a walk and like a breather because I am running hot right now.
One of the cons of going to the same service provider consistently is they get a little comfortable. Like, I'm not one of your little friends. I pay you. At the end of the day, we talk. This is cool. I like you. Good company. But I pay you, right? I've been going to the same nail lady since like September or August. And she kind of left me for dead like in January. But I let it go. Today, it's 9:41. I'm outside her place for my appointment for 9:30. She just texted me back saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't make the appointment." I told you, "Hey, I'll see you at 9:30. You liked the message. Is that not confirmation?" Now, I got my nails like this. I got to put some press-ons. Like, I don't know. I'm just really blown right now because she really eats down and it's a good price. It's $60 every time. So it's like I need to stay with you, but you moving too comfortable.
I just got my nails done and they came out so bad. I don't know if I want to cry or punch somebody in the throat. This is the picture that I used for reference so she could see that I wanted long, skinny, narrow French nails. And I just wanted it to be more of a U. Not a hard request. Very simple. I didn't want the fucking diamonds. I don't care for the butterflies. Y'all think this is okay? Wait till I show y'all the thumbs. Like, I thought this was the I do for you business. Baby, you didn't do nothing for me. Nothing. What is this? So like I said, if y'all know a good nail salon that they not gonna do this to me, this emotional trauma and damage, let me know. Because the way I just dropped $80 plus tip,
So that's a video, guys. So I'm just here to share my true sense, what I think about today's video. Okay, so nail salons are supposed to be places of relaxation, self-care, and a little bit of more care. But what happens when things go horribly wrong? TikTok is filled with shocking nail salon horror stories from women who walked in expecting gradually but left with nightmares. So today I'm going to unpack these stories and we're going to watch two one other stories. So a woman who booked a last minute nail appointment for a special occasion. She wanted a fresh set of nails. Okay, so with a nail art, after scrolling through a few Instagram pages, she found a salon that looked so perfect, beautiful pictures, glowing reviews, and what seems to be reasonable prices. Little did she know she was in for a nightmare. When she arrived, the first red flag was the overall cleanness or lack. Okay, the salon looked polished on social media, but in real life the tools didn't look sanitized and the work stations were messy. She hesitated but decided to go through with the appointment, convincing herself that maybe she was being too critical. Big mistake. As a nail technician started working, she immediately noticed something was off. The tools were being pulled out of a drawer without being sanitized, and the nail filer looked like it had been used on multiple clients. Still, she tried to push her worries aside, not wanting to come across as rude as difficult. But as the session went on, her discomfort grew. The technician was rough with her hands, cutting her cuticle too deep and causing her finger to bleed. Instead of apologizing, the technician brushed it off and said, "This happens all the time. Don't worry." The woman was horrified but felt too embarrassed to leave, especially since half her nails were already done. Things only go worse from there. The acrylic application was sloppy with an even layer that made her nails look bulky and unnatural. When she pointed this out, the technician got defensive, blaming her nail shape for the issue. To make matters worse, the nail art she had requested, a delicate floral design, ended up looking like a child has drawn it. At this point, she was holding back tears, just wanting to get out of the salon. But the horror did not end when she left the salon. A few days later, her nails started to lift and her fingers became red and swollen. She visited the doctor who confirmed that she has developed fungal infection due to unsanitary tools. That infection required medical treatment and she had to remove those, leaving her nails natural and weak and damaged. This experience left her feeling violated and ugly, not just because of the poor service, but because the salon had put healthy at risk. She decided to share her story on TikTok, warning other women to be conscious about where they go for nail services. Her videos went viral with thousands of women sharing in with similar stories and unclean areas, rude technicians, and damaged nails. Okay, so one of the most common themes in these stories is how often women feel pressure to stay quiet when they notice something is wrong. Many don't want to seem confrontational, especially in settings that's supposed to be relaxing, but staying silent can have serious consequences, as this story shows. So, what are the lessons here? First and foremost, never ignore red flags. If a salon doesn't look clean or the tools don't seem sanitized, it's okay to walk out. Your health is more important than being polite. Secondly, don't hesitate to ask questions. A reputable salon will have to, no problem, showing you how they sanitize their tools or explaining their hygiene practices. Okay, so trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it's probably is not. Nail salons should prioritize their clients' healthy and comfort, and any establishment that cuts corner doesn't deserve your business. If you ever experience any nail salon horror stories or have tips for spotting a bad salon, let's talk about it in the comment section. Sharing these stories is important because it helps other women avoid similar situations. Remember, self care shouldn't come at the cost of your healthy or peace of mind. So, like a lot of us been experiencing different things when you go for nail tech. Okay, you should go for a nail salon. You expect you're going to have your nails done, but mostly you find that you show them the design, they will do it in another way. And I don't appreciate it. If you don't say no, I won't manage, because you need to be honest. I want these nails, I have an appointment, and you do me crazy nails. So I think people should learn to say the truth. If you're not good, just say I'm not good at this, so maybe try the next salon. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time. Bye bye.